It was 2 in the morning when the nightmare began. The Peterson family was fast asleep in their quiet suburban home. Then flames erupted from the kitchen, spreading like a hungry beast through the walls. The fire alarm's piercing shriek shattered the silence. Within minutes, the entire first floor was consumed in a blazing inferno. Firefighter Jake Martinez arrived on scene to chaos and terror. The Peterson family was trapped on the second floor, smoke choking their escape routes. Jake charged through the flames, his training taking over in the face of death. One by one, he guided the family to safety through the smoke and heat. But as the family counted heads, they realized someone was missing. Their 8-week-old golden retriever puppy was still trapped inside. Without hesitation, Jake plunged back into the burning house. He found the tiny puppy unconscious in the smoke-filled bedroom, barely breathing. Outside, Jake performed mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on the lifeless puppy. After agonizing seconds, the puppy gasped and opened her eyes. If you're finding value in this, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Jake Morrison wasn't just any firefighter that night. 15 years on the force. Hundreds of calls answered, 67 human lives pulled from the jaws of death. But this rescue felt different. Personal. Jake understood loss in ways most people never would. 25 years earlier, he was just 8 years old. His childhood companion, Max, died in a house fire. The firefighters arrived too late that day. That loss shaped every rescue that followed. Now, holding this orphaned puppy, Jake saw a second chance. The decision came without hesitation. He would adopt this little survivor. Her golden coat, singed by flames but still beautiful. He named her Amber, born from fire, destined for something greater. The veterinary hospital became Amber's second home for the next 3 weeks. Her tiny lungs fought to heal from the smoke damage that nearly claimed her life. But Jake visited every single day after his shifts, speaking softly to her through the kennel bars. The moment she was strong enough, something extraordinary happened. Amber would only eat when Jake was present, refusing food from anyone else. The veterinarians had never seen such a powerful bond form so quickly. Jake made the decision that would change both their lives forever. He adopted her. From day one in her new home, Amber exhibited behavior that puzzled everyone. She became his shadow, positioning herself between Jake and any perceived threat. During their training sessions, she learned commands faster than dogs twice her age. But it was her uncanny ability to sense Jake's emotions that truly amazed him. She would whine softly before his alarm clock even rang, somehow knowing his schedule. 3 years passed, and their bond grew stronger than anyone thought possible. Neither of them knew that everything they'd learned together was about to be tested. 3 years after that fateful rescue, Jake sought solitude in the wilderness. The remote mountain trail promised peace, miles from civilization. Just him and Amber. What started as a healing retreat would become a fight for survival. The first rumble echoed through the canyon like thunder. Then the mountainside came alive. Rocks the size of cars tumbled down. Jake dove for cover, but the mountain was faster. A boulder crushed his leg. The pain was instant and devastating. When the dust settled, reality hit harder than the rocks. No cell service, no way to call for help. Miles from the nearest road. The man who saved countless lives now needed saving himself. His leg was shattered. Blood loss was setting in. The temperature was dropping. Hypothermia would claim him before rescue arrived. In this moment of desperation, Amber was his only hope. The dog he once saved would now determine if he lived or died. Amber knew what she had to do. With Jake trapped beneath the rocks, she was his only hope. She began the most important journey of her life. 12 miles of treacherous mountain terrain lay ahead. Her paws bled on the sharp rocks. Her lungs burned in the thin mountain air. But Amber pressed on. Every step brought her closer to saving the man who had once saved her. Hours passed. The sun began to set. Still, Amber ran through the darkness. Finally, through the trees, she saw it. The ranger station's lights cutting through the night. Amber burst through the door, collapsing at the ranger's feet. Exhausted but victorious. The ranger recognized her immediately. This was Jake's dog. Something was terribly wrong. Within minutes, the rescue team was assembled. Amber would lead them back through the mountains. Despite her exhaustion, Amber guided them through the maze of trails. Her nose never failed. Time was running out. Every minute that passed meant Jake's chances grew slimmer. The race against time had begun. Would they reach Jake before it was too late? Amber had covered 12 miles of deadly terrain. Now came the hardest part, leading strangers back to save the most important person in her world. After 18 grueling hours, the miracle happened. Jake's body broken but his spirit intact emerged from his rocky prison. But the real hero of this rescue walked on 4 paws. Amber had guided the rescue team through impossible terrain. At the hospital, an emotional reunion 3 years in the making unfolded. Jake's tears mixed with Amber's gentle whimpers as she pressed against his hand. The fire department had never seen anything like it. A puppy he'd saved from flames had become his guardian angel. The chief presented Amber with an honorary collar and badge. She became the first civilian dog ever recognized by their department. But awards meant nothing compared to the bond they shared. Forged in flames, tested by time and proven in the wilderness. Jake had learned that sometimes the lives we save become the ones that save us. The debt had been repaid in full. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button and subscribe for more.